20 Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Roku no Okashina chapters 3 through 5. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little puppy kitty, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon, where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked, spring anime season in full swing, in which today we're going to be covering Black Cat in the Witch's Classroom. We're also covering Akane Banashi, Yomi no Tsugai, Marimashita Uruma-kun, Digimon Beat Break, Witch Howl Tailor, Marriage Toxin, and Boku no Hero Academia 170 plus one more, aka Shippergeddon 2.0. And there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So far with this manga, I actually do like the direction it's going in. It's actually pretty funny. I'm very curious if it's going to get funnier or not. So let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. And chapter 3 is titled The Great King Johan, Death of the Lord of Lies. Okay, I somehow broke the seal of 5 curses, and now 2 days later at my family home. Are you going? Yeah, I am. Gavanon has taken over the yard. Sachiko's moved into the guest room, and Ultra's still on the living room sofa. You don't get tired of sitting like that all day? Even as a curse. Here you go, Roku. These are the ones I told you about. Kabenji seems to have made himself at home in the detached shed. That's awesome that he's cooking, though. Oh, thank you very much. I'm happy with how they turned out. A gelatin cup pattern after each of us. Dude, that's awesome! You're way too good at cooking. These are straight out of a pop-up promotional cafe. I got a little carried away. I suppose we just have to pray that His Majesty is able to complete his task. Human, you're late. Never keep royalty waiting. Oh, yep, today's the day. That the self-proclaimed king who lives in my attic, I've got a bad feeling about this, will be joining me on a hospital visit to meet his new landlady, Kiku Akari, age 80, aka my grandma. You'll just enter her room, offer her a few pleasantries, and then I'll work things out with her. Got it? That's the plan? The first curse, Johan, an audacious, egotistical, and all-around snooty vampire king. Perhaps you're wondering why we picked him of all people to represent the curses and asking my grandma for permission to stay at her house. First, you can eliminate 3 of the 5 candidates right off the bat. Looks much too young and too scary at appearance. That only leaves 2 options. Socially awkward, embarrassing to me to be seen walking alone with a girl, and snooty. So you can see how the process of elimination led to Johan. Not that I'm at all confident about it. There's a lot of things I need to teach him before we get there. Apparently there are methods to lift the 5 curses, but to find them, first I need to figure out the history of how and why they became curses. For example, if Johan was a vampire king, what is it? We're out in broad daylight. The sun is shining all over you. Yes, the weather is quite lovely. And you're okay with it? Sunlight doesn't actually hurt vampires? I am a king. The sun stands among the subjects who serve me. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, come on! No one is that much of a king. So what about crosses and garlic and stuff? Don't look at me like I'm an idiot! understand you, but now I understand even less than I did before. What even is a vampire? Do as you will, human. Anyway, let's focus on our visit with Grandma. I'll go check in at the nurse's station. You sit quietly and try not to draw any attention to yourself. Dude, I do not blame them. What did I just tell you? Like, what is he supposed to do? Why are you suddenly surrounded by women? We're here to visit my grandma. Calm yourself, human. Wish you could pose an ode every time a reed or flower rustles in the wind. Accept the world as it is. Your excuses that you being desirable is a natural phenomenon? Oh, gee, like, seriously, what do you want from him? Oh, gee, he's so hot. I wonder where he's from. Is he an actor or a model or something? That's a real man. Seriously. His beauty is almost supernatural. So much for focusing on the visit. Even insects are drawn to him. Dude, excuse me. I'm going into surgery tomorrow, and I'm really scared. Can you teach me how to be brave? This is the sort of thing that happens when you're popular with girls. Miss, don't turn to this guy for serious stuff like young maiden. Ooh, bravery is not a momentary burst of spirit to be summoned as needed. It is who you are. It is a way of life. A way of life? You've had to battle against a vile malady at too tender an age. And because of that, I have no doubt that your frail vessel already contains an enormous amount of courage. That is so sweet! And you, woman, have done well by your daughter. As your king, I regarded the ceaseless devotion you've shown with great favor. My subjects, I command you, submit not to fear, fight back. Know that you do battle with the might of your king at your back, and I assure you victory shall be ours. Dude, like, holy shit, like, I don't blame them for being motivated. All hail our king, long may he reign, our beautiful noble king. I'm sorry, Roku totally looks like Deku here, for real. The king, hail to the king. How we just here to visit my grandma. Your Majesty, when my leg heals up, I want to propose to the person I love. Now we're writing a support group? I could not get less! Whoa, harsh! Okay, we're here to visit my grandma. Here to visit grandma, remember? Let's just hurry up and get to her. You're the king, are you? I certainly can't ignore a claim like that. I, Gora Torakai, am not so easily usurped. Oh no, they're flying away to Grandma's room! Who even is this guy? That's Professor Torakai. They say he's the strongest candidate to take over as the next hospital director. Thanks for the thorough answer. Who the hell are you? And what are your intentions in blocking the path of the esteemed Professor Torakai? Our intentions are to visit my grandma. I'm the king of this hospital. Sorry, I fucked this up. I'm the king of this hospital. The esteemed Professor Torakai. I am unfit to be king. Dude, this art is great. Dude, this guy's just here to ask my grandma for permission to freeload at her house. Sounds like some sort of kerfuffle out in the hall. I'm so sorry, Grandma. I know we're super late. Roku, this is a hospital. You can't be making a racket here. You need to be considerate of others. Oh, but it wasn't my fault. No excuses. Now, this must be the foreigner you mentioned. Oh, right. He isn't really used to Japanese customs yet, so... Milady, my name is Johan. You have my gratitude for the generosity your fine grandchild has shared with me. I understand that you ran into my Siroku after you were left... oh my god. I understand that you ran to my Siroku after you were left homeless due to family circumstances? That is correct, madam. We didn't want to crowd your hospital room, so I'm here as a representative of the others. Oh, yeah. Are those the pictures of the others? These two are my handmaids. You made up backup stories for them? What did you want him to do? Why would a pair of beauties? This is my manservant. Why is he playing guitar? Is he wearing a mask? It's part of his religion. And this is a dog. Isn't he cute? Wow, did you edit the heck out of that background? Was this really a good idea? 4 people and 1 dog. Siroku, huh? Sounds like while I've been away, the house has gotten quite lively. Are you having fun? Fun? Well, that's not the word I would use. I guess. I don't really know yet how much fun it's going to be, but in the days ahead, I'm looking forward to getting to know them all better. Scramma, that's why. It's fine. I'm hoping you'll agree to... What? I was fine with it from the start, Siroku, if it's what you want. Aww. Mr. Johan, please look out for my dear Siroku. You don't don't need to bow to him, Grandma. It's not like he's... Oh, he bowed to her! I swear to you that I shall. He's audacious, egotistical, and snooty, and yet he didn't hesitate to bow to Grandma on bended knee. Seeing that, I can't help but wonder if maybe I've been misjudging Johann all this. You human, huh? The light is about to turn. Can you cross the street without aid? You don't need to look out for me that much, dude. That's because he respects his elders. Well, he's older than Grandma, but here's the thing: Johann has manners. He does. He was right. I got a feeling Johann ain't fucking stupid. He's not. He knows what to do. Alright, so chapter 4 is titled the Sachiko Boogie. Oh, Jesus Christ. So you're telling me that in the end, the science club wasn't able to investigate the moonlit tales of Kukabunji? Yeah, I'm really embarrassed. Everyone was too busy. But I haven't forgotten the bet we made. I'll honor it. If I were being honest, I'd have to admit that you guys in the Occult Club were right about everything. The curses are real, like extremely, very super real. But I can't tell them that. So far, the curses seem pretty safe, but I'm pretty sure it would be best to keep it secret that they really do exist. I'll admit that when I went to check it out, there was a certain vibe. I think I'm starting to come around to what you guys were saying. You might be right. Oh-ho. Seiroku Akari, an awakening is upon us, and so it opens. Soon, perhaps, a connection. Look, I really can't stand these guys. Hey guys, I'm home. Not that anyone cares. Oh, welcome home, Mr. Akari. Oh, hey, I'm back. The second curse of the moonlit tales of Kokubunji Sachiko. In order to save the souls of these curses and get them to leave my house, I need to uncover the hatred or resentment that led to each of them becoming a curse in the first place. So, have you managed to remember anything about your curse? Oh, sorry, I haven't. Because I failed to properly complete the rituals, neither she nor the others remember much about their past. With things being so awkward between us, I fear that learning the why of her curse is going to take a long time. Okay, cool. I'm going to go awkward. Is something else this manga? You've been reading that? Yes, well, kind of. All 49 volumes of it. Are you kidding me? What did you think of it? I thought it was totally fascinating. I especially loved the relationship between the protagonist and her rival. I know, right? The protagonist's mentor was so cool. Like this, that scene where she performed as the angel and when she acted with her assistant, that was just so incredible. My mom used to collect that series way back when, but I've never met anyone else who actually read it. Okay, so favorite play. Mine was the production of Pirate Bianca from Volume 18. That rival guy earlier was so handsome. Which did you like best? There were so many. I loved that. It's hard to pick, but I think it would have to be the two princesses. It was the largest at scale, and everything was so magnificent. Casting both the protagonist and her rival in roles that went against type, it opened up so many new story possibilities full of love and hatred. Let's continue this discussion another time. Sure. I know, Roku! That was so much fun! Dude, Roku, I know how you feel. I do. Oh my god, discussing a favorite manga with a girl is so much fun. I know that feeling. To be clear, it's not because she's a girl. It's not about that. It's just that I take manga really serious, and to be able to discuss it with a true peer, what? Go on, say something. Anyway, it's the first step towards figuring out her why. That made me feel a little better. I've had my chances of being able to understand her curse. The next day, it's really pouring out there. Wait a minute. Roku didn't bring his umbrella today, did he? Maybe I'll go out and... No, I'll bring it to him. Oh, I appreciate that, but you know that Roku's at school right now, right? Aren't you a little shy around crowds? It's just that you're such a good cook, Mr. Kabenji, and Johann handled visiting Roku's grandma, but I haven't really contributed anything. I just feel like maybe there's more I should be doing as a resident here. Ever since I discussed manga with Mr. Akari earlier, I feel like I'm starting to remember things. School is evoking some strange feelings. I think that a part of why, my why could be here. Wow, it's really coming down. Hey, Akari, and I forgot my umbrella. Oh, the Occult Club. Rain, a deeper connection. Could you please try to include subjects and objects when you talk? Now, about that bet of ours. Oh, he remembered. Roku, huh? There you are. Dude, she looks so pretty. What? Akari, is that friend of yours? Whoa, she's way too pretty. She's so tall. What school has black uniforms like that? Gotta be like some kind of Insta model. Right, Akari, for losing that bet, you need to introduce her to us. Who? You don't know who she is? Roku, how can you say that? And after I brought your umbrella, too. It's me, Sachiko. How have I never noticed how tall she is? All I really know about her is that she's meek and awkward, but that she could be surprisingly chatty about the things she likes. And the man with the purple roses. Here you go. Oh, Sachiko, you seem so different. Like, your whole personality. You've been wanting to learn what sort of curse I am, haven't you? Well, I remember now. What? Anyway, it's time to, I headed back home. Roku, what I am is a school curse! What the heck is going on with Sachiko? That did look like her, but some sort of curse power? No. Maybe that's what she's really like now that her memories are returning. Today I read, Curse of the Royal Family. I don't know what the hell happened, but thank God she's back! That's the Sachiko I remember. We are gonna have so much to discuss! Dude! I had a feeling, like, based on her outfit, she had to be a school curse. Alright, let's get to chapter 5. I must say, it's so quiet and calm out here. Don't look at him, honey. What a delightful place this is. Peace truly is a wonderful thing. Peace? I think you're currently disrupting the peace. And this chapter is titled Streamside. I hope that joining me wasn't too much of a bother, Roku. Well, let's just say I had some concerns about you going by yourself. If you're wondering why Kabenji and I are walking around outside, it's because he needed to pick up some things for tonight's dinner. Wait, is this really a good idea? A certain king refused to join us, and simply demanded we buy him some proper tea and quality tomatoes. His words, that guy, he could be like that sometimes. Maybe I'll trick him into eating a whole blob of wasabi. Oh wow, that would be intense. The third curse of the Moonlight Tales of Kokubunji, Kamenenji. Despite his terrifying appearance, he's friendly and considerate and a great cook. It's only his style that's over the top. For a curse, he's surprisingly approachable and easy to talk to. Oh, Kabenji, can I ask you about something? Interesting. So that's what happened with Sachiko. Yeah. Well, that certainly seems to suggest that Sachiko is a locational curse. Locational? You've heard of things like cursed woods and haunted houses, right? Those are cases where a curse's power is strongly linked to a specific location. And for Sachiko, that location is my school? If it seems so, you're a quick study, Roku. Now I understand why Sachiko seemed to transform into a completely different person. Maybe if I look into the history of Kokubunji High School, I'll find something that can point me to the why behind Sachiko's curse. Thank you so much for your help. It's my pleasure, Roku. For a curse, Kabenji is so helpful and reliable. So, as long as we're on the topic, I can't help but wonder what sort of curse you are, if you don't mind me asking. Me? Why, I'm a curse of war. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, of course that makes sense. Wait, what? I said that I was a curse of war. But how? Well, I suppose my curse was born from forms of human conflict, such as strife, conquest, civil war. Of course, I'm not the only curse of war in the world. At present, I'm one of 7 such curses. Okay, but, so, I'm not an example of a locational curse. But I'm afraid that's all I can remember. So, hold on. There's 7 curses of war. Interesting. For some reason, I'm suddenly sweating profusely. War like that kind of war? Bombs and tanks and guns and stuff? But how? That kind of scares me. Suddenly I don't feel quite so close to Kabenji anymore. Oh no, he's also no longer close to me, literally! He's being questioned by police officers? Excuse me, sir. We've, had some reports about a strange man wandering around wearing a suspicious mask. God, this is what happened at, the beginning of Commando. What's your business, sir? Here, sir. Where are you going? Picking up some things for dinner. See, I even brought my reusable shopping bag. For dinner, huh? If this is gonna work out okay with Kabenji being a war curse, he wouldn't, hurt these police officers, would he? So what, you'll be cooking, dinner? How would you even eat it with that mask on? Oh man, this is wild. Who the hell would eat anything he makes? Guy's nuts. Excuse me. I know the Kabenji here is kind of suspicious looking, but I don't think it's really fair to judge him solely on his appearance. And all the implications about his cooking, I don't see how it's logical to assume that his cooking wouldn't be. Who are you? Hey, you need to step away right now. Oh, that's not safe. What? Sir, I'm talking about you. Wow, the brakes aren't working. It's a runaway car. Oh God, no, it's gonna cause a huge crash. Yo, he's packing! Huh? Yo! What are you doing, Kabenji? Huh? What? Dude, he's stripped and naked! What? That dude's gonna splatter all over the... Huh? I heard you bad-mouthing me. This'll make a square. Huh? What? That was incredible. Holy shit! Not how I would have handled it, but... Over there, look out! Oh! The car sent that street sign flying! My baby! That baby's gonna... From day one, Kabenji looked like the scariest out of all of them. I figured he must be some sort of truly horrifying curse. But as a member of the science club, and a curse master, I have to view curses with clear eyes and trust the evidence of my own observations. Yay! Thank you so much. Yay! I'll say it again. Peace is a wonderful thing. It really is. Our flash sale's about to begin, but the peace was fleeting. Dude, this manga is so good. Like, this manga, I will say this though. I wish there was more comedy. Like, the writing is good. I really like a lot of this writing. I do, but I just wish there was a little bit more comedy. That's what this manga is lacking, at least in my opinion. I really do like the art. It's obviously not as good as Sorachi's art. It's not. But this art is really nice, though. Would I say this art is as good as a Gravity Boys art? I don't think it is. I want to say it's okay. I don't think it's as good as a Gravity Boys art. But, like, I'm very curious what some of the Western comments are saying about this. Because I actually really do like this manga a lot. In comparison to the other batch, people are saying this is one of the best new titles in a long time. And something that's I really do like, the one that represents war, yearn for the peace. I really do like that aspect of him. I do. It's very interesting. Like, it makes sense to me too, is that a god of war, especially one as old as Kabenji, has probably seen so much that, like, he appreciates the peaceful times. I really do like Kabenji a lot. I really do. And someone said this. I hope this series will survive. It's a good replacement for Witch Watch. That's actually a very interesting point. That this could actually... Because Witch Watch is in its final arc. I think this series... I do see the possibility and the potential for this series to replace Witch Watch. I do. I really do like the spirit, like, because Witch Watch, you have supernatural creatures, slice of life, that kind of thing. Here we have different curses living under a roof, one roof. I really do hope in this case, in the case of this one, with Witch Watch it was different witches and warlocks with familiars. I really hope that we get to see different curse masters. I really do. There's a lot of potential here too. Especially since Kabenji said there's 7 different war curses. I really hope we get to see the other ones. I want to see the other different location curses. Like, there's so much potential here. There really is. I really do. I agree with this comment that this could be Witch Watch's replacement. I really can see it. I think this will be Witch Watch's replacement. I really do. And someone said this, and I was curious about this as well. I wonder what the other war spirits will look like. My guess is that they'll have designs based on different time periods or countries during times of war. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Like, for example, there would probably be one if they're around the different time periods around the world. Like, there would probably be one based off of like Germany in like World War II, or like a God of. Obviously, there's got to be one for Greece and Rome. There's got to be one for Egypt, because obviously there's because there are gods of war for like Egypt, Rome, and Greece. There's gotta be gods for them. I'd love to see what I would love to see actually in terms of a god or a curse, or spirit. I'd love to see one based on Native American culture. I'd love to see one represent like Aztec, like Central American culture, like an Aztec curse. Of war. I think that would be really sickening. As I said, there's a lot of potential here. There really is. I think if there's going to be one for like each continent or something like that, I think there obviously, because this is this is a Japanese series. There's got to be one. Unless Kabenji's going to represent like all like Chinese too, or China as well. Like obviously there won't be one for China. But I could see one, a Curse of War being one based off of Greece, one based in Egypt, Egyptian culture, like an Egyptian spirit of war, Curse of War. I could see a Native American Curse of War, and I could see one like in terms of like one based in like Aztecan or something. Like that's what I'm kind of picturing, something like that. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think in terms of like the Curses of War, what you guys would like to see, and what would you guys like to see, and more so in terms of like locations based curses. And do you guys think this is gonna possibly replace Witch Watch, which is ending? And do you think that oh god, what was the other thing I was thinking? And do you think this one will like, obviously, as I said, Witch Watch is ending, so I think that this one will survive. And do you think that what this one needs is a little bit more comedy? I really think that's what it needs. I think that's what this is missing, is a little bit more comedy. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Roku content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.